That's honestly half the battle, is not like flying off the handle. So you're doing great. Next step is recognize what you're feeling, name them. You've already started to name them because your initial reaction was like, why does she always do this? Why can't she be respectful of my time? You're feeling frustrated, you're feeling angry, you're feeling disappointed, you're feeling disrespected. This is a corny pro tip, but I actually keep a feelings wheel in my photo album on my phone because sometimes I'm like, what am I feeling? I need a list of words to think about this because I don't understand what I'm feeling. You can Google it. There's a million of them and they're very helpful. So I feel annoyed that my time is wasted. I feel disrespected. I feel let down. I feel disappointment. Where in the body are you feeling those things? And when I say where, there is some sort of sensation in your body where it's building up. Usually for me, it happens in my chest and my throat. I feel the tension. It might happen in your back. It might happen in your shoulders. Like there's somewhere you're holding these feelings in your body and you just want to like pay attention to that because you want to try to break up that feeling. That's the ultimate goal. You want to release that feeling. The next step is to accept your feelings without judgment. It's totally normal to feel these things in response to this happening. You do not want to allow those feelings to dictate your actions. You just want to be aware of them. Next, you want to evaluate the situation accurately with facts and context. This is where you remove the personal from it. This is when you intellectualize a little bit because it's going to help you not take it personally. You do not want to absorb the situation. You want to understand it. Remember, this is not about you. She's the one that did something. You're reacting to it, and you can choose how you react. Now, in my scenario, I've made this person to be sort of flaky. Like you have this inclination that she might bail on you. So you knew that going in. You have to take some responsibility for that. This person has bailed on you in the past. And that may even be a sign that you are frustrated with yourself. You're angry with yourself that you fell for it again. That may be a feeling that you overlooked. I feel duped. I feel foolish. My ego's wounded. That's triggered. I'm triggered. So I'm also taking this personally because I feel like this is a reflection of me being gullible. I fell for it again. I let her use me again. I let her like fill in the blank. Like you start to feel bamboozled. Add that to the list of things you need to let go. So you can go a few different ways when evaluating the situation. So instead of thinking she doesn't care about me or my time, you can say this is a pattern for her. I don't think it's a reflection of me at all. I think this is just how she is. You can also think, even though she does have a pattern of flaking, maybe this is one of those strange circumstances where she actually has a good reason. Like maybe something emergent has happened. Maybe there's something going on where she needs assistance, she needs support. You want to positively reframe the situation and find gratitude. For me, one reframe is a lesson. I've learned a lesson. I now know what I need to do with my friend in order to assure that she will show up. I understand the level of communication she needs in order to make sure that we're on the same page and that she's going to be there. I can call her before I get on the train. I can physically pick up the phone and make sure she's going to be there. I can communicate to her, hey, it takes me an hour to get there. You need to tell me 3 hours beforehand. Otherwise, it is disrespecting my time. That lesson is a positive reframe. The other thing to do here is find gratitude in the situation. If this were to happen to me now today, I would also think like, oh, okay, now I have some unexpected free time. That's awesome. I can go take myself on a little date. I can go do something I have been meaning to do that I haven't allowed myself to do alone. Let me go do that now. And I would have liked catching up with my friend, but now I get to catch up with myself. That's finding gratitude in the situation. There's always some silver lining somewhere. The last step here is to decide if you're going to set a boundary. You'll notice that we have not responded to her yet in all of these steps I've outlined. That is deliberate. That's because we have to think about how we want to handle the situation. What expectation do we want to set for future interactions with this person, with your friend? I want to first make clear what a boundary is. A lot of people think a request is a boundary. It is not. A boundary is an expectation plus a consequence. Here's an example. Let's say you have a roommate, and when you start fighting with your roommate, they curse at you, and you don't like that. They start calling you a bunch of names, or they'll get really angry and elevated and they'll start cursing. And you say to them, don't curse at me. That's a request. What happens when they curse at you? You can't control them. You can't make them not curse at you. They might do it still. You have to tell them what the consequence is for not behaving the way you have requested they behave. A boundary would be, don't curse at me. I don't like it when you curse at me. It makes the conversation unproductive. It makes me feel like you don't care about me. If you start cursing at me, I'm going to remove myself from the conversation. The request is, do not curse. I've thrown in why I don't want you to curse, and it's a reasonable explanation. The consequence, if they curse, is you will remove yourself from the conversation. You're going to end the discussion. The consequence is the boundary. You need both of those things. You need the request and the consequence. So let's say your friend has been texting you. She sent a bunch in a row, but you only read the first one where she canceled on you. You pick up your phone now, and you need to figure out what boundary you want to set, and you read what she says. She says, I'm so sorry I can't make it right now. My social anxiety is through the roof. I don't think I can go outside. I'm freaking out. That's a sympathetic reason for not wanting to go out. You can understand she's struggling, and you do like your friend. You enjoy her company. You don't want her to feel distressed. If she's going to go out and feel distressed, that's not going to bring you pleasure. So now you can decide how you want to respond. And you can do this over text. It might be easier if you're kind of new at setting boundaries and having these hard discussions to do it over text. Or you can call her. But I would say something along the lines of, I'm really sorry that you're experiencing anxiety. I wouldn't want you to go out if you're going to have a panic attack or anything. That would not be fun for either of us. But at the same time, I feel like you don't respect my time because now I'm on the train. I just spent an hour and a half doing my hair and getting ready and doing my makeup. And I'm on my way to the city now. And I've invested time and put aside time for you. And you did not respect me enough to give me a heads up that this might be happening. And I think what I would do going forward is allowing her reaction to me expressing myself dictate what happens next. So if she says, it's not my fault, like I have anxiety, it's not my fault, I'd be like, girl, bye. That's not how you respond to someone telling you that you've disrespected them. Because if I was the one with anxiety or with depression, I would let them know. I would let them know in the beginning, like, hey, I'm having a hard time right now. I wouldn't plan to go to a dinner. I would be like, let's hang out at one of our houses where it's just us. And if you have a panic attack, you can go like lay in bed or take a shower or something. You know, like there are alternatives. And so if her response is to get mad at you for telling you how you feel about her behavior, that's it. Then I would start distancing myself from that friend or outright break up with them. If she responds with, I know, I'm so sorry, I feel so bad, but I really can't go out, that's when you start to problem solve. You can say, okay, can I come to your house? Can I go to you? That I would offer to go to her if she lived in a place that was like kind of near the restaurant. Be like, I'll go to you. If she says yes, sure. If I say, okay, we need to come up with alternatives then, if you are so socially anxious that this happens this frequently, then we need to have a actual conversation about this because this isn't working. This is impeding your relationships. Like, I'm not okay with this dynamic. We need to work on something going forward. You and me together, let's make an agreement right now to figure out a solution in the future. That's setting an expectation. And the implication there for the boundary is like, what's the consequence of not doing that? It's like, this isn't working for me anymore. And basically the